What's up, everyone? This is the setup that, wow, that is not... Okay, let's do that again. What's up? This is the setup that I use for my work. Not my own personal work, but this is what the agency of marketing that I work for uses. This is what I was told to bring to shoots and to use. And if you guys have been following this channel, you guys know that I'm not a big rig person. I love small things. I love small cameras. I like things that are easy to use. This looks very complicated. And if you're starting out and if you're a beginner, you're probably like, oh my gosh, what's the point of everything? It looks cool. I need something like this. But it doesn't mean, just because it looks cool doesn't mean that you actually need it. But today I'll be going over this setup, what I use, how it works, what I would change, what I recommend. And I mean, I haven't done a video like this, but it's gonna be exciting to talk about my day-to-day experience with this specific rig. So let's start out with the camera. So the camera that this rig is using is a Lumix S5 Mark I. It is the first generation of the S5, so it is a little outdated. It is older. Now, the reason why this is being used in this rig is because it makes beautiful images. This makes beautiful 4K, it records in Vlog. It has all the nice button layouts that, you know, Lumix Panasonic cameras are known for. Very versatile camera, not too heavy. It's a nice hybrid, so it takes beautiful photos as well. And it has that infamous L mount, which I heard is really good. So far, my experiences with it, it's been mixed, and I'll get to that in a bit. But the camera overall has been very intuitive to use. I bought a Lumix S9 a couple months ago, and that was actually such a good call by me to actually learn the Lumix cameras, because I had no idea I would be using a Lumix camera right now. So that really helped me to understand the layout, the Q button, how, you know, just how to mess with the camera. You know, when you buy a new car, it has different things. You can still drive the car the same way you drove your old one, but it has those funky little different things that you have to learn how to use. And that's what it feels like when you get a new camera, especially if you're switching from camera systems. But nothing bad about the Lumix S5, just the autofocus is not the greatest. And I'll get to that in a bit too, about the lens mount and all these things. But that's because it's the Mark I. Mark II is out. It is also very affordable, beautiful camera. It has a better autofocus. This one has contrast-based autofocus, but the other ones has better one. I believe the S1, the S1H, the S5 Mark II, and the S9. They're beautiful, amazing cameras. Let's talk about lenses. So the lens being used on this one is a Sigma EF mount. And yes, the agency has these lenses that they already had from their old Blackmagic stuff, that they switched from Blackmagic to the Lumix cameras. So instead of selling them, they just reused it, and they use a adapter, which I believe it's a Sigma adapter. It is a EF to L mount, and the only issue with these mounts is that it cannot do autofocus. That means that I can definitely hold the shutter button down and it will focus, but I can't like track a moving object while going with this. So that's one of the issues that I have with this specific adapter. Now, I'm getting used to autofocus with my hand. I had a Blackmagic, so I did get used to using it. I also help with live streams at my church, and they also have Blackmagic. So having manual focus is not a big problem for me, but I do need, especially me, I do need a camera that does autofocus as well, especially if I'm doing gimbal shots and stuff like that. So it's the biggest pain in the butt. But I also have L mount lenses because of my S9, so sometimes I put them here and they make it look nice, and it actually works good. But remember, older S5, it doesn't have the best autofocus. So still in the lens, we're moving on to this matte box here. So this is a Tilta matte box. It is a very nice one because it includes this cool system of, dang, just because I'm talking about it, I won't be able to release. It has this really cool release button and has these circular drop-in filters, like this ND filter by also Tilta. It's a Tilta Mirage VND. So this VND matte box makes everything look cool, you know, it makes the rig look beautiful. It has a sun glare protector, which I did not know the importance of it until I started shooting outside most of the time. I've been shooting a lot of construction, so I'm always outside. I'm capturing people working, so this has been very helpful to get these shots. And it's very easy to assemble. It is a quick release one, so you just take it out, and the lenses have these type of rings here that you can use to, you know, do in and out release like this. Boom, put in place, hold it, and then you have it. I had no idea these are so cool. Once he showed me and I started learning how to use it, man, I do need something like this for my next rig or my personal rig. But definitely necessity to use filters. You don't need a matte box to use filters. You can use circular ones. But if you want to keep the same matte box, the same filters throughout all the lenses, you can just use the screw-in adapters and adapt to whatever size the matte box is. I'm pretty sure it's 95 millimeters. So it is a great addition to the rig. Going back to the camera, we have a small rig cage with a small rig top handle. Man, there's no better cages than small rig, in my opinion. This camera had it on it already with the top handle. It is a must, especially if we're gonna use this Atomos Ninja monitor. The Atomos Ninja monitor is a legend. I've always watched YouTube videos about it, but I was never able to afford it. But now that I get to play with the nice expensive toys, I get to play with it. And this one is very interesting. The picture quality is very beautiful. I love the way it looks. I love how small, compact it is. One thing that I don't like is just the battery. Is these old NPF, I could be wrong, NPF, yes, NPF Sony batteries. They're very chunky. I also use these for my Blackmagic rig, but most monitors use them. I know there's newer monitors that you can use the battery from the V-mount USB-C into them. I think I would prefer going that route because these kill batteries like this. You know, you need to have all these big batteries all the time, always charged. Nothing bad about the image quality. It is wonderful, it's beautiful. I'm pretty sure you can do recordings on them, but I'm not doing these cool things yet. It's very basic. I know I'm not utilizing it to the best of my capabilities. And it has this cool back plate that you can add an SSD that comes from it. I think that's what's called, so please, if you guys know better, correct me. I have not been using that. I just record everything to the SD card on the S5, but it's cool to know that this monitor can be used for nicer cameras. It is a beautiful investment. Maybe a little overkill for what I've been doing, or for this camera specifically, but still really nice to play with. Moving down to the camera, so we have this, what are these called? It's like this rod system that our V-mount plate is attached to, also by Small Rig. So, you know, Small Rig is one of the best companies, I would say, to do this type of rigs. And the V-mount that we're using is actually this one. Let me just take it off. Man, what's the name of it? Professional Info Battery BP190 polymer light. I don't know what brand it is. They added a bunch of stickers to it, but I mean, V-mounts, you can get them, you know, from any brand. They're really, really nice. And this one, this V plate, it's really cool because it has a on and off switch. The V-mount plate is by Kokaku. Cool. But, you know, easy, nice in and out battery thing. It also has USB taps here and obviously the D tap, and you can turn it on and off. So it's really, really cool having this versatile system in the camera. And obviously I have it on a tripod because it's quite heavy, but of course I can take it out and I'll show you what it's like once I handheld it. But yeah, of course I can take it out. This is what it looks like in my hand. I usually use it like so, put it on my chest. I focus right here with my hand and I look at the screen. We also do a lot of vertical because we've been doing a lot of social media. Most of my work is social media. So I'll also use it like this. Of course, I'll change the matte box to the side one like so, but it's attached, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So like this, I usually put my arm around on the rig like so, and I look at the screen. I have it tilted this way, and I just film. But overall, it's an amazing rig. It looks the part. If you show up at any production and you have something like this, if people don't know what you have, they'll be like, oh my God, that's so cool. But if people know, they'll be like, oh, it's a decent setup. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely something usable. Let me tell you what the cons of this is. My biggest con is, because I'm annoying, is the fact that it's not that compact. You know, I don't care about the lenses being big, but I don't like how the battery sticks out too much. It's not very box shaped. I'm annoying. This is still pretty compact, but I believe there's a way to make it even smaller and better. The camera, I'm not the biggest fan of the older S5. It's still more than doable and more than capable to do the videos that I've been doing. I've been shooting in vlog, grading with the Phantom LUTs. They look amazing. This is what the Phantom LUTs is what I'm using to grade this video as well. But it is a little downside that I don't really like the S5 that much. But best bang for your buck right now if you're starting out filmmaking and cinematography and you have a tight budget. These can you can find them used for less than, I'm pretty sure, $1,000 or $1,200. The lens system, I would recommend always go with the right mount. Don't be using all these weird adapters unless using cinema lenses. Then if you're using adapters with cinema lenses or cinema lenses straight up, you're not using autofocus, then you shouldn't worry. But I'm a person that likes to rely on autofocus sometimes, especially if I have clients walking and I need to be following them and they're like talking, really walking throughout the job site. I need something that tracks them and does eye tracking. This one works, but you know, it's better to have native lenses for it. Of course, what I don't like is the fact that this one is charged by battery and it's not a USB-C charging from the D-tap or from the actual V-mount battery. Another thing too is the cable that we have. It is a L-type cable and it does have this weird screw here at the bottom that does not work at all. When it comes to micro HDMIs, they break all the time. They loosen the connection on the camera, so they're always a pain in the butt. I would recommend straight instead of these L ones, or buy them in the right direction. But other than that, this system is great. It is easy to use. It is very intuitive. It is all you need for productions if you want to look the part, if you want to have usability, you know, having these nice ND filter adapters in the matte box, having the D-tap V-mount battery so that you can do longer shoots. Not relying on the screen of your camera is the best thing you can do. Definitely get one of these. Doesn't have to be the Atomos or Ninja, but the recommendations for anyone that wants to do a rig like this. This is a very affordable rig. Other than the top one, which is a Ninja Atomos, this is very affordable. You know, I wouldn't be able to tell you the specific price because I didn't buy this rig, but this is definitely doable. It is fun to use. I enjoy it. I have a great time with it, and we're definitely changing it soon, so I'll do an update for that. And yeah, if you're watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And you notice I'm in a different place. I just moved into a new apartment, so I'm still figuring out the lighting situation. It still looks really booty. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like stuff like this, please consider subscribing, giving a like, and commenting. I love responding to you guys in the comments. Falou, galera. Deus abençoe. Até o próximo.